Is it that time of the week again? I think it is. Let's talk about every single one of these update delays for your comics. All right, folks, the first one that we have here today is Infinity Watch 2. This is part of the Infinity Watch event that has a lot of annuals tying in. Of course, none other than Derek Landy and Salvador LaRocca on this piece. The old release date was on the 22nd of January of next year. A lot of the dates you see will be delays into the new year because we are almost there. I can't believe it's almost the end of 2024. New release date for this is the 19th of February. So for all of those who are buying the singles and are also going to be buying the collected edition for this, be assured you will get a delay. And the next one I want to talk about a bit is Wolverine Revenge number 4 plus the Red Band edition. The reason why I wanted to talk about this for a bit is because of the colorist, longtime collaborator with Mr. Capullo on projects such as Batman, Dark Knight's Metal, and Death Metal. FCO Placencia is stepping away from the project. Capullo confirmed that through a myriad of tweets, and I am not going to go over that here. I am just here to report that because he's no longer coloring and that we have a new colorist, this got delayed. I talked about this a little bit before in previous comic releases updates. So this has continued to be further delayed. It's now coming out on the 22nd of January of next year instead of Christmas Day of this year of 2024. So once again, for all the people who are wondering why has this button gotten further pushed out, it is because of that. And also in somewhat of the same retrospect, but it's more so Ribbich is a little bit slow than anything. Aliens vs. Avengers is also getting delayed, so a little bit of synergy between Hickman out of continuity books, and by out of continuity I mean not 616 completely set, they're not mainline books. That is the answer that we have for that. Next up we got X-Men number 9 by Jed McKay and Netho Diaz. This is part of the Raid on Grey Malkin crossover between this and Uncanny X-Men. This is now coming out on the Christmas Day of this year instead of the 18th of December, so a 1 week push there for all of the From the Ashes readers. Next up, I want to talk about a little bit about this just in case people don't know or haven't heard. Marvel is doing an answer to the DC Compact Comics edition. If you guys want to see me do a video on which ones I would recommend buying as a compact and which ones aren't, I have a video idea for that. So if you guys are interested in watching, let me know. I am completely open to the idea. It's going to cost a little bit out of the wallet, of course, but I am definitely open to the idea. But nonetheless, the point that I bring up is that, again, this is Marvel's answer to the compact editions. These are tinier pocket size 6x9 digests in the same way that you see a lot of the Marvel digest size editions for Miles Morales, Miss Marvel, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, characters like that. We've seen this before from them, but instead of the $9.99 stickler on point, it's $14.99. And by $9.99, I mean in comparison to the compact editions, just in case if you were unclear about that from my message. Now, I will say with these $14.99 books, you are looking at all of the issues here, including an abridged version of Hickman Fantastic Four. I would love to cover these. I don't know if I can. Man, that's $60 worth of commitment. And with $60, you can get 6 DC Compact Editions versus the 4 Marvel ones here. They're not bad selections. I am just saying for some of the people who might be questioning about what this is and what this is geared for. This isn't geared towards me. I'm an omnibus / thick trade paperback collector, as you guys might know, but this isn't really for me, but this is for people who are trying to get into the market. The problem is for a lot of these books, they already cost $14.99 plus. I don't have it with me, but for example, this Daredevil Ultimate Collection by Brian Michael Bendis. I know that it's $34.99, but half of that is usually what a standard trade paperback costs. Now even more. There are some 5 to 6 issue trade paperbacks which now cost that amount of money. I mean, $17.99 to $19.99. They're not particularly cheap. So again, just an update, but the reason to why I'm talking about this is because one of these did get pushed forward, and that is the Captain America Winter Soldier. This is, of course, the Ed Brubaker, Steve Epting classic that was turned into one of the most successful and critically acclaimed Marvel feature films of the MCU. This got pushed up to the 25th of March versus the 1st of April. So once again, for all of the people out there who are looking to get into these, this did get pushed up. But again, $14.99 for all of these. Great gift for anybody's birthday. I will say, great gift if you are looking for something at a bookstore. But again, the $14.99 price point is a little bit high when you are talking about books like these. Next up, we do have Batman, Superman, World's Finest, Volume 5, Secret Origins by Dan Mora and Mark Waid. Of course, the dynamic duo there, doing origin stories for how these two met, along with Luthor and Joker's first team-up. The 25th of February of next year is now the release date, as opposed to the 11th of February of next year. This is both for the standard hardcover and the trade paperback. They're doing a lot of the same trade paperback hardcover release dates for this, Detective Comics, Batman, and Poison Ivy and Nightwing. So a plethora of options to choose from. Next up, we got Nightwing, and as I speak on that, Volume 6, Standing at the Edge by Bruno Redondo, Tom Taylor, and Sami Basri joins in for a couple of these fill-in issues. By fill-in issues, I mean he does take over the art from Bruno Redondo up until issue 113, which is the 300th anniversary issue of Nightwing, which is also collected in here. This is going to come out now on the eve of the brand new year, instead of the eve of Christmas. So 12/24 or 24/12, depending on where you live, obviously, and then 31/12, 12/31 for all of those wondering. Next up, we do have a couple of big book delays, the first of which is Batman Beyond the White Knight Deluxe Edition. This is now coming out on the 13th of May instead of the 18th of March of next year. And last but not least, this is the Secret Wars Omnibus, getting delayed 2 months out. So it's now coming out on the 4th of February instead of the 17th of December. Once again, the Secret Wars by Jonathan Hickman and Asad Ribic, along with the New Avengers lead-up issues, are getting pushed back to that February. All right, time to talk about a page count update, and this is the Batman by JT4 Omni. Volume 1, which we did get an update on which issues would be collected. They did remove the Joker War tie-ins and are adding more ancillary issues from the regular Batman run to this. It's now at 1,140 pages instead of 1088, and extra page increase count that just usually goes for, this isn't just your standard 8-page increase, this is again your bigger page increase. Next up, we do have a couple of news, or this is the second part of the news segment, which is the brand new collected editions for Jason Aaron's, Raphael Albuquerque, Joelle Jones's, Chris Burnham's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles run, which revitalized with a new #1 at IDW. Now, you can get this in 2 formats, and here I do have the library edition. I mean library in the means of, it does mean oversized for IDW. They don't use the standard terminology for deluxe. Deluxe is usually what they say with standard size hardcovers, as the rest of the industry might call them. The standard size, I mean, I've used this issue a billion times, but something of the TPB single issue size, whatever your regular size comic book is, that is what I am alluding to. On the other hand, you can get the trade paperback for $19.99. So if you are living in the US, the library edition is going to cost you a much bigger penny at $49.99, but you do get it larger, as opposed to the terminology of the trade paperback, which is just $19.99. Now, if you are looking for what it is in terms of its difference of size between all of the books, this is, thank you to my friend, this is a volume 13 of TMNT. This is what they are calling their library edition. So it's not the Rick Remender, Jeff Johns size image books, nor are they the Dark Horse size books. This is what you are getting. And then on the other hand, again, a size difference for those wondering. Next up, we do have a couple of price updates. The first of which is We talked about this earlier with the push back to the 25th of February of next year for Secret Origins, Batman, Superman, World's Finest by Wade and Mora. $24.99 now instead of $29.99. So you are getting a cheaper deal if you are buying the hardcover. Just keep that in tow in mind. Next up, we do have Avengers by Jed MacKay, Volume 4, Storm trade paperback, which got bumped up to $24.99 as opposed to $19.99. And I hope that this isn't the continuing route these trade paperbacks are going up on. Avengers Volume 1 by MacKay also costs a decent amount, so this does look like it might unfortunately be the standard norm for Marvel. I can't speak on that, but this does look like the direction that we are heading with these trade paperbacks. Up next, we have Spirits of Vengeance, Spirits of Violence. This is the brand new, or I guess I should say 5-issue series of Spirits of Vengeance that they're doing for Marvel this year. Coming out now on the, next year on the 20th of May, but this did get a price increase from $17.99 to $19.99. Next up, we got Kid Venom Origins. This is, of course, the hit character debuting from Venomverse. $13.99 is the old, $17.99 is the new, and same goes for Human Torch Duke in anticipation for the Fantastic Four feature film coming out from Marvel Studios next year. $17.99 instead of $13.99 for a reprint of this original 6-issue miniseries. And last but not least, we got the big one, which is the Night Terrors Omnibus push up from $125 to $150. This was the event of the summer that interrupted Dawn of DC, and we were able to spout out a lot of 2-shots and 4-issue miniseries from this, or I should say the 4-issue main series of Night Terrors. Man, $150, that is a lot of money for an event, but I think that has been the norm for a lot of these event omnibuses. That's going to be it for me. I am Dom of X. Let me know in the comment section below if you are picking up any of these that did get pushed back. I know I am for some of these anyways, but let me know in the comment section down below if that has been of your case. And also, if you haven't gotten a chance to check it out, check out comicreleases.com for every single one of these in a nice spreadsheet up to the date. But that's going to be it for me. I'm Dom of X, you be you. Take care and dominate the day wherever you go.